on, guys, and so it's only been like, I don't know, 2 seconds since I ended the last video, but for you, it's probably been 12 or more hours. So, I hope you guys enjoyed yesterday's video. This is kind of like the part 2, sequel, whatever, top TV shows right now. Now, let me explain kind of the rules for this. Top TV shows does not necessarily mean it airs on TV. Given the modern world and a lot of people cutting the cord, and me particularly, I want to cut the cord, Netflix, YouTube Premium, Hulu, yeah, that's what I can think of off the top of my head. Amazon Prime, with all the services, that's now TV as well. That is TV now. So I'm also going to count those guys in my top TV shows. So some of them will be from Netflix, some of them will be from TV, some will be from YouTube. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Starting off with my number 1 favorite TV show right now is the CW's Flash. I really, really love this TV show. I've preferred Marvel over DC for a while, and I'm not a fan of DC. I'm not a big fan of DC's characters, but I do like some of them, especially when portrayed in the right light. And I am really loving DC's Flash. He is one of the few characters from DC that I actually enjoy. If I was to take Quicksilver or the Flash, I'd take the Flash because I like the Flash, and the Flash is better than Quicksilver. The Quicksilver's fast, but the Flash is faster. I like the Flash. I mostly just like the Flash. I don't know what to explain for why I like the Flash. I just like the Flash because the Flash is fun, and it's got a good plot at almost every season. Season 2 and Season 3 kind of sucked. I did not like them very much. Season 1 was the best season. Season 4 was good, but not as good as Season 1. And so far, I'm really enjoying Season 5, despite Season 5's flaws. Like, one of the episodes revealed, Iris put a metahuman dampening chip in their daughter. If you haven't seen that, sorry, spoilers. But, it just felt so out of character. Some of the moments feel so out of character. Like in Season 3, they're like, oh, the reason that Barry Allen becomes Savitar is because they disowned a Time Remnant for being a disposable hero. Which didn't make sense because the circumstances that led to the Time Remnant becoming Savitar was totally out of character for for Barry, for Iris, for Joe, for Cisco, for Caitlin, for all of them. It was completely out of character. And it just didn't make any sense. So, while it does have its flaws, I really love this TV show because of the plot, the characters, and and the shows, the Flash, or more particularly the crossover event from last season, the DC's Legends of Tomorrow episode, particularly got a really good stirring of my emotions out of me, I guess. Because very few things on this planet make me cry, yet I actually cried over Martin Stein's death. I actually shed a tear. Which is let me clarify, very difficult to do. I do not cry. But yeah, that's why I like The Flash. Moving on to the next favorite TV show of mine is on Netflix. Stranger Things. Yes, it might sound weird, it might sound typical, but I really like Stranger Things on Netflix. It is one of my favorite shows right now, and I am super excited for Season 4. Not Season 4, Season 3. Season 3 is going to be so awesome, especially since it looks like we're going to get a mall, and some of the cool action stuff could go down in the mall. That would be so awesome to see them fortify up the mall and battle off Demogorgons and Demodogs. That would be awesome. So awesome. And they can do some really cool stuff with a mall. They can set up some really cool stuff. They can make the mall very important, which they're probably going to do. They're probably going to make the mall extremely important in Season 3. But So much cool stuff they can do. Season 1 was amazing. Season 2 was amazing. Season 3, I'm hoping, is going to be awesome. I just love this show because it kind of touches my nerdy side the same way The Flash does. It is just I just really enjoy it. Moving on to the next show, which is number 3 on the list, and it's also on Netflix, The Dragon Prince. I do not like the way they ended the season on season 1 of The Dragon Prince, but it was still a really good season, and it's from the creators of Avatar, and they did an amazing job on The Dragon Prince, and I just loved it so much. I also love Avatar: The Last Airbender and The Legend of Korra, both of which, in my opinion, are really good TV shows. But The Dragon Prince was still really amazing. It departed kind of away from the tradition, from what Avatar: The Last Airbender and The Legend of Korra used, and other cartoons. It used more of a stop motion kind of effect. I didn't think I was gonna like it in the beginning from the trailer because I'm super picky and that stuff can kind of drive me crazy. But actually, there's times you don't even notice it, and sometimes you do notice it, and it's really brief. And the other times when you don't notice it, it just looks really good. And the colors and the art style, it all just looks really good. And I like The Dragon Prince because, again, it touches my nerdy side, just like The Flash and Stranger Things. And I love them so much. Now, let's move on to number 4 on the list, which is a YouTube original, Mind Field from Vsauce, which I talked about in the last video, yesterday's video. I like this one because it kind of touches my love for science, which I've had since I was a kid. When I was a kid and I went to school, science was always my favorite subject, and it still is. And this kind of touches that. And the things he talks about are really interesting. One of the things he was talking about was in the first episode of the new season 3, it was an episode talking about, I think it was cognitive trade-off. I can't remember what he called it, but basically what it was is, as we evolved, we lost some mental skills to gain other ones, like how chimpanzees, a very close relative of ours, and it was demonstrated in the video, or in his episode, so we could clearly see what he was talking about, and that it was real, and that it was true. They had a very quick short-term memory, and were able to quickly memorize. For like less than a second, they were shown numbers on a screen, and then the numbers were covered up, and they had to repeat, tapping in order of 1, 2, 3, 4, and they were spread out sporadically, randomly across the touch screen, and they could perfectly remember it, and it was amazing. But as humans, we don't have that great short-term memory. It's very difficult. Some of us do have it, and those people are very rare and gifted, but the average person cannot do that. And the theory was, we traded off being able to do that for the ability of speech, to communicate, language. And there's a lot more to it than just that, again, but that's like kind of the abridged version. And I can't remember, I haven't watched any of his episodes from season 2, actually. And I barely watched any from season 1, but season 1, episode 1 was, he isolated himself in a chamber, and it was about kind of like time perception of time and stuff, or I think it was about how long before you go insane or something. I can't remember specifically, but I think both of those were very key elements in the episode. Anyway, I like that one because it kind of touches my love for science and experimentation. Now, there's kind of a 5th show I wanted to put on here. I don't know if I want to include it, though. I really like the Cartoon Network show Steven Universe. I don't watch it much, though, because I don't watch TV much. The only time I really watch it is for The Flash. And the schedule is just so random, it's hard to keep track of... it's hard to keep track of when new episodes air, so I don't actually get to watch new episodes of it very often. So, that's kind of irritating. But, that's what it is what it is. I can't control Cartoon Network. Another one that hasn't even come out yet is also supposed to air on Cartoon Network, called Infinity Train. the character is supposed to be really I think, if I remember, the character's name is Tulip, and she's supposed to be super smart or really intelligent, and it kind of touches for me, if I remember correctly, and she is like supposed to be a super smart girl, which I'm pretty sure she is. It's like, but by her being smart, it kind of touches my nerdy sciencey side. But because of the nature of the show itself, it also kind of touches my love for the paranormal and the strange and the weird. And so even though it hasn't come out yet, I know they greenlit it. Or at least I'm pretty confident they greenlit it. Even if they didn't greenlight it, I watched the little like 8-minute clip on YouTube and I loved it so much. How long have I been recording for? I gotta wrap this up soon. Anyway, that is also one that I haven't even gotten a chance to really see much of yet, but I'm sure that when it comes out, or if it comes out, I will love it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video talking about my favorite TV shows. Stay tuned for tomorrow's video, and peace out. What's going on, guys? And